Mic check. Mic check. We join our game already in progress here between the Francis Howell North Knights and the Fort Zumwalt South Jaguars. The Jaguars currently lead this game 23-16 late in the second quarter. Knights start off this game out scoring 7 unanswered points, all off the hot hand of Austin Pauley, who's cooled down significantly. Hasn't shot the ball here in the second quarter, and the Knights have not scored in this second quarter. I'm here, Jacob Lintner, with my co-announcer, Adam Quigley. Adam, what are your thoughts about this game so far?
Well, the Knights came out really strong, like you said, going with 7 unanswered points, but here in the second quarter, they just really haven't shown up, and I think Austin Pauley needs to get the ball and take some shots if they want to get back into this. Mic check. Mic check, mic check.
Ball in the corner, Zumwalt West with the basketball, throw it inside and out of bounds off the hands of Hannah Wilson, the Knights center. Zumwalt West will retain possession here. 48 seconds remaining in the first half of play. 27-18 is your score right now. Zumwalt South still holding on to their lead after a magnificent comeback here in this quarter. Nice crossover and an easy deuce right there for Elaine Burr. 2 more points for her, and a pass thrown out of bounds by Julia Kretz of the Knights. 32 seconds on the clock, and the Zumwalt South Jaguars get the ball back with an 11-point lead, 29-18. Zumwalt West with the basketball. Elaine Byrne to the corner to Michaela Rogers. Rogers back to Natalie Rushing. And a reach-in foul by Jessica Brady will send Rushing to the free throw line.
Rushing shooting 67% on the season, and she makes her first.
Knocks home the second, and it's 31-18. The Knights trail now by 13 points. 13 seconds left to go in this first half. We'll see if they can get something on offense, build some momentum. They've only scored 2 points in this quarter. Pass tipped. Julia Kretz falls down, and a blocking foul will send Kretz to the line.
Kretz shooting 75% so far this season with only 4 free throws. Making 3 out of her 4. About to take her first.
Free throws missed, rebounded by Katie Park, and there is the half. 31-18 is your score here at halftime between the Francis Howell North Knights and the Fort Zumwalt West Jaguars. The Jaguars outscoring the Knights 13-2 in that quarter. Just a magnificent scoring output for the Jaguars that quarter. What do you think was the big key for Zumwalt West?
I think they had a really strong defense, which allowed them to get a better lead. The Knights had a lot of turnovers, which led to easy breakaways and easy layups, which led to a majority of the Jaguars' points that quarter.
And really, this looks like a game that the Knights have to lose. They are 5-4 on the season, 1-0 in league play. The Jaguars 4-7 on the season. Then this is their first game in the league. The Knights offense averaging almost 43 points a game against a Jaguars defense that's averaging 49 points given up. The Knights have a great matchup here. They should be able to attack with their offense like they did early in the game. Austin Poly with some quick buckets in transition. We'll see if they can get back to that fast-paced, high-octane offense that they had that worked so well for them in the first quarter. That was just stifled by the Zumwalt West defense in the second. Polly, Grace Stevenson, the list goes on. What they don't have right now is an inside presence on offense. You can work around that shooting more jump shots as long as they can make those jump shots. They clearly did not make any of those in the second quarter. Only 2 points scored, and those were from Hannah Wilson shooting a mid-range jump shot. It's really just about being tough on defense and putting your shots in on offense. Bad luck in the second quarter cost them a lot. We'll see what they can do in the second half to try to even out the scoreboard just a little bit. The Knights have the ball here to start the second half, trailing right now by 13 points. Austin Polly with the ball in the corner. She drives baseline, tries for the reverse, stopped there, and that's a missed shot. Her first shot attempted since the first quarter. Ball goes out of bounds, though, off of a Jaguar player. Knights retain possession. Ball thrown into Hannah Wilson from the free throw line, blocked, and that's a foul call on Kaden Park. Park's third foul of the game, coming off of.
Oh my God, it's that kid.
Hannah Wilson going to the line.
Jamie.
Shooting two.
Wilson shooting 55% on the season as she takes her first.
Wilson sinks her first free throw after a third foul by Kaden Park. Park replaced now by number 4, Kelsey Edley. Wilson stands, feet spread, shoulder width apart, even. Right at the free throw line, knees slightly bent. Shakes ball a couple times in her hand, puts it up, and just off to the right. Rebounded by Jada Poland. Court ball west.
Poland leading in rebounds for her team with 121. The next closest behind her has 55.
Poland this year averaging a double-double, 15 points, 11 rebounds per game. Clearly the focal point of this Jaguars offense. She takes a three from the top of the key and misses. Let's get the rebound after Madden stopping the ball down the floor just across the timeline. Pass it to Austin Polly. 7:07 remaining here in the third quarter. Knights trailing still. Julie Kretz ball beyond the three-point arc. Doesn't feel comfortable out there. Into the corner, Maddie Stotch, pump fake. Takes a long jump shot, doesn't get anything. Thrown back in by Jessica Birdie. Austin Polly gets it, long three-pointer, and it's a brick. Very close to it. Hannah Wilson gets the board. Can't get it to go on her put back. She gets the offensive rebound again. Fourth try, no good. And finally, the Jaguars got a defensive rebound. Jada Poland spin move and puts in the first jump shot. Her first 2 points of this third quarter, giving her 8 on the game.
Poland only scoring half of her normal average per game, which is 15.4.
Austin Polly defended by Natalie Rushing. She gets it into Hannah Wilson. Wilson puts in those 2 points. Now with 6 points on the game for Wilson, the only player to have scored in all 3 quarters thus far besides Jada Poland. Natalie Rushing one-handed pass to Jada Poland. She kicks it back outside, just aiming that ball to Bailey Willis. Willis up top, Natalie Rushing. Rushing defended by Julia Kretz. Kretz leads the Knights in steals this season with 11. Willis back up top, Poland. Austin Polly and Jada Poland, the 2 big scorers in this game, on each other all game today. And a traveling violation called on Maddie Stott. She brings the ball on the floor, gets a little bit tangled up in her arms, and the ball goes right back to the Ford-Zumwalt West Jaguars. 5:30 left to go here in the third quarter. 33-21 is your score right now. Knights still trailing by 12 on their own home court. Natalie Rushing's driving layup can't go. Austin Polly loses the ball. Hannah Wilson with it, stolen away, stripped by Jada Poland. No shot, and there's a foul on the floor. They stay with the Jaguars. Hannah Wilson, while she was on the floor, looked to have tripped up Poland just a little bit. That's Wilson's second foul of this game. Throwing the ball down low, Elena Bird. Bird looks around, can't find anybody, needs to get the ball out quickly here. Austin Polly with the steal, kicked it inside to Jessica Brady. Ball on the floor. Brady picks it back up. Knights with a 2-on-2. Brady going down, left-handed layup is up and just a little strong off the glass. Ball ripped away down low by Bailey Willis. Willis to Natalie Rushing, spin move in the backcourt, finds herself some open room. Natalie Rushing crosses the timeline, gets it over to Elena Burr. Burr up top, defended by Maddie Stock. Stock that's the ball, gets to Poland. No shot and an offensive foul at push-out, it looks like. That's what they're calling it. Jada Poland with her second foul of this game.
Poland leading her team with 41 fouls so far this season. That makes her 42nd.
Austin Poly passes to Maddie Stock, well beyond the three-point arc. Ball into the corner, Julia Kretz jump shot, no good. Rebound by Natalie Russian. Russian taking it down the court, passes to Jen Poland, left-handed layup. No good, Austin Poly rips down that rebound. Long pass down the court, Jessica Brady just a little strong, and Poly is frustrated with herself around mid-court. With that pass there, a great opportunity for the Knights to cut into this lead just a little bit. Couldn't quite convert. Katie Pock coming into this game, replacing Kelsey Etling. Rushing across the floor. Ball tipped, picked up by Austin Poly. Julia Kretz with the tip there. Poly drives down the lane, crosses over Natalie Rushing, and puts in 2 points. Her first 2 points since early in the first quarter. 11 for her on the game now, and it's just a 10-point game. 3:53 remaining in the third quarter. Ball kicked out of bounds off the leg of Jessica Brady, and will stay with the Sumach West Jaguars. Elena Bird throwing the basketball. Berta rushing 3 steps, and she's across the timeline. Two-handed bounce pass into the lane. Jada Poland kicks it outside to Burr. Burr up top to Pock. Pock takes a 3. No good, just skimming off of the rim and out of bounds. Knights take the ball back, down by 10. Chance to cut this to a single-digit game with 3:38 remaining in the third quarter. Ball trapped down in the corner with Austin Poly. She's trying to drive baseline, stuck. Long pass all the way across the court and out of bounds. Intended for Jessica Brady. Just couldn't quite find the handle on that pass there. Austin Poly with another turnover.
The problem with the Knights offense so far throughout the game, excluding the first quarter, has been a ridiculous amount of turnovers.
These turnovers piling up and just far too often for Howell North. And another aggressive play there by Austin Poly, known around the school for her prolific scoring and her aggressive defense there. Poly getting a little bit too handsy on the pass there. She's replaced by Grace Stevens, by Gabby Dellery. Poly getting a rousing applause as she goes off the court with her third foul. Three-pointer put up and knocked down by Katie Pock. Pock with 5 points now. 3 of them coming on just that shot. Maddie Stock with the basketball, almost loses it, picks it back up. Bounce pass finds Julia Kretz beyond the three-point arc. 2:40 remaining in the third quarter. Maddie Stock up top, defended by Katie Pock. Pock hitting a 3 on the other end of the floor. We'll see if Stock can return the favor. She bounced past Gabby Dellery. Dellery crosses over Natalie Russian. She kicks it out to Maddie Stock. And Stock just got a little too antsy with that ball right there. Taking a few steps before she started dribbling, a traveling violation. And the ball returns to the Jaguars. Pock to rushing down a Pock, ball swatted away by Jessica Brady, getting the steal right there.
Seven steals so far this season.
Now on offense, Gabby Dellery with the basketball. Dellery brings it up top, resetting the offense. Some motion on the wings, passes it to Julia Kretz. Kretz drives in, kicks out to Maddie Stock. Stock with the ball. Hesitation move, puts up a long layup, and she will go to line shooting 2. Pock on defense, looking a little bewildered at that call right there. And Katie Pock's 4th foul of this game.
Stock shooting 58% from the line.
And Stock's first free throw, no good. Pock coming out of the game with her 4th foul. And in this half, 3 fouls now for the Jaguars, 2 for the Knights. Stock still shooting her 2nd free throw, and it's good. 36-24 is your score now. One minute and 36 seconds remain here to play in the third quarter. The Jaguars with the ball and a 12-point lead.
Last yeah?
Michaela Rogers with the ball. She passes it up top to Elena Burr. Jada Poland with the ball now. She grabs in, tries to kick it outside. Couldn't quite get the pass to go. Burn out the ball. She drives in, and a blocking foul on the wing. Called on Hannah Wilson. Wilson, the Knights' only true post player, aside from the senior Reagan West. Pass inbounded outside to Natalie Rushing. Bounce pass. Shot is up, and it's good from three. Michaela Rogers coming off the bench here, providing a spark in the third quarter. Her first 3 points of the game. Puts her team up by 15, the largest margin of victory in this game. Austin Poly driving the lane, draws a foul. Michaela Rogers, after sinking that triple, fouls Austin Poly on her drive to the basket on the other end of the floor.
Lauren, come here. My friend posted this on Snapchat. I'm dead. He said,
Triple from the corner, no good for Zumal West. Reagan West getting the rebound.
Show Jamie that.
West pass it down the floor to Michaela Williams. Micaiah Williams missing the shot. Gabby Jellery with the putback. 30 seconds remaining in the third quarter, and it is a jump ball. Zumwalt West will take the ball back. 28.3 seconds remaining in the third quarter now. The Zumwalt West Jaguars hold a 13-point lead over the Francis Howell North Knights. Bounce pass. Ball up top, Lexi L. Pass it to Jada Poland. Now Natalie Rushing. Michaela Rogers, L with the shot, and it's no good, just off the left part of the ring. 4 seconds left. Gabby Jello with the ball. She's going to have to fire it up now, and she doesn't. Time runs out, and a 13-point lead heading into the fourth quarter of play for the Fort Zumwalt West Jaguars. Maybe an inspiring performance of Lady Gaga's Poker Face there by the Francis Howell North Pep Band. Of course, led by drum set player Hannah Weber. The senior rocking it out there on those drum set. 7:43 left to go in the fourth quarter and the game. We currently have an 11-point deficit between these two teams. Jada Poland with the basketball. She kicks out to Elena Burke. Long jumper can't go. Gabby Dellery with the rebound. Austin Poly with the basketball. Beyond the three-point arc, takes a three, and it's no good. 2 for 4 now from downtown for Austin Poly in this game. She has 15 points overall. And the Jaguars have the ball right back here. 13-point lead, and the Knights go with a full-court press on defense, trying to slow down the Jaguars, maybe force a few more turnovers. That's one thing they have not been good about in this ball game, and it's been the turnover game. Their offense turned the ball over almost willy-nilly, especially in that second quarter. Their defense, though, not been as strong at producing turnovers as they generally are. Natalie Rushing with the ball up top. She loses the ball for a second, gets it right back, though. Micaiah Williams, the sophomore, doing a great job defending there. But Jada Poland knocks home a three-pointer. She now has 11 points on this game.
Trying to avoid fouling because she would foul out.
Three-pointer is up and good from Bailey Willis. Willis, 6 points on the game, all 6 coming on.
Yeah.